Want to know something? Are you crocheting the best mittens you could possibly crochet? Are you staring at the window at a ladybug? Or are you annoying your family with random theories about fun fanfics that you found online? Well, you're probably in the right place. This is not enough questions. If you end up liking what you hear, tell a friend or leave a review.
Welcome. I am Julian. My name today is Mr. Nobody. Tyler is still being unperceived as always. As always. I don't think that's right, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. Since Tyler's not here, before I introduce this lovely guest that I have right now, just remember, pay attention to the episode. There's a scavenger hunt. Let me stop rocking. There's a scavenger hunt so pay attention and listen to the outro at the very end of this. Not the quote and everything, the outro. But with all that said, we have the returning Lexi back from season 1. Oh, yeah, no, it has been season 1. Wow.
Yeah, because my episode was episode 8? Like 8?
Yeah. No, it was 8. I remember it was the love 8 thing.
And now we're on 30.
33.
3. Yeah.
Making progress.
Yeah.
Making progress, and things are always happening. So.
Yeah. I love that the podcast has still been going. Love to see its process.
Fighting me like it doesn't want to exist. I'm like, you're going to exist for quite some time. But yeah, with you returning, how was your last 7-ish days? Give or take.
And were good.
Oh yeah, and if you want to explain how you were, since being back here too, either or.
What month was that?
If I had to guess, 8 July.
It had to be before, like June.
No, it was after June.
Really?
July, August, probably September, October.
This year?
Oh, last year.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. No way. Like
no.
Okay, yeah, last year that makes sense.
No, because in my mind it's the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Me being solo until Tyler got here, which is
yeah.
She became a guest episode 11, became official episode somewhere in between, but became official on podcast by episode 12, and she's been here ever since. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I really have like a mental log of like who's been where in what order.
Right. Oh my god. So like basically I could say anything from this whole year.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. Went to Brazil in April. Brazil was amazing. Tyler's gonna recommend. I had a really good birthday in March too, though. I had a big, like, all my friends surprised me. It was really great. And seeing Nicki Minaj. That was fun.
Okay. See people just be traveling, seeing concerts. Tyler saw Beyonce. You saw Nicki Minaj. All right, cool.
I see Beyonce too.
All right, cool. Tyler, you got one up.
Yeah, exactly. Got one up because I need to see Beyonce too. And yeah, really just been working, enjoying life. But last week, we helped Wooski's pop-up. Shout out to Wooski, right? Free promo. Y'all go check Wooski out. Her pop-up went very well. She's doing amazing. She just dropped some shoes. I don't know, might be sold out by the time y'all see this. But yeah, the pop-up was really fun. And yeah, that was like the biggest thing in the last 7-ish days. Yeah, what about you?
Let's see. I promise you right now, it's not going to be only the last 7. But what did I do in the last 7-ish days? Oh yeah, I was saying I'm not gonna keep it to the last 7. Because I remember I went back home in Jacksonville, and I watched my brother do a spoken word. That was really cool. Yeah. I actually need to show you the recording after all of this. My other brother was in a band event. That was cool.
You seen that too?
Mhm.
Oh my God, look at you, big brother.
What else? What else? What else? What else? Why do I feel like I was just in North Carolina for some reason? That I know I haven't.
I thought you were too.
Yeah, no, but it really does feel like I've been in North Carolina for some reason. And no, I'm planning on being in North Carolina, but
Carolina sweatshirt on. I just realized that.
huh.
People are gonna think that I like am from North Carolina or went to NCAT because like this is my second like North Carolina exam with like
No,
no intention on that either.
that's actually really funny.
Like
What else? Work has been slow. I will say work has been slow for right now, which is pretty good because I've been able to catch up on like keeping my like desktop organized. I don't like having a whole bunch of like tabs and everything
yeah.
on my laptop. I remember one giant thing, and that's also the reason why I wanted to have an episode roughly around this time. I'll get into that.
Okay.
But what else have I done in the past 7-ish days? Yeah, the my brothers were like the highlight.
Mhm.
Dang it, I really had a thought first. It will come to me. But something that has happened recently in history,
Okay.
the election. You don't have to share your thoughts if you don't want to, but I'm just
Stressed,
baffled
disgusted.
by how we ended up here. Because I already said in a previous episode that one path led to what I say, the betterment of others, and one was like not doomsday, but not doomsday, but a drastic change, and we're somehow got the very worst case scenario about that.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I did not want Trump in the office for whoever listens to this. But now he has the
You see, get rid of the Department of Education.
oh that I wasn't even gonna get into the list of things that has may or may not happen. I was just gonna say is that he somehow attained the the justices, the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
He got the Senate, he got the House, and he has Twitter. What the hell is this? I don't know how dimension hopping I woke up in this reality, but
I don't like air. Let me go somewhere else.
I forbid that sentence either because I feel like that's how we got COVID. Remember, I hate it here. I want to go home. Well, we got that.
Right now we're stuck at home.
Yeah. So, but what else happened in my last 7-ish days? I know something major happened. Going back home, I kind of was driving on a flat tire, and it wasn't just a regular flat tire because I when I got into halfway between Atlanta and Jacksonville. And when I say halfway, it was 2.5 hours either way. Like my car started galloping. Yeah, no, it was literally making like if you imagine a horse galloping in the sound that was my car. So I ended up having to change the tire because I ended up still driving. I did check it, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing here. It's not flat or anything. No, boy, was I wrong. There was a hole roughly this size in the tire, and then the back half of the tire looked like someone tried to cut.
Like slash it?
Oh, not slash. Like they tried to remove half of the tire, like they were peeling it off. That's what I was driving like.
How did that happen?
I honestly don't know. But luckily the rim isn't messed up.
Wasn't bent or anything.
I think whatever way I got it there, I stopped. I kept on driving. I'm like, it's just doing this normal galloping thing.
It's not normal.
Yeah, but I stopped once when I was like an hour out from Jacksonville, and then I tried to drive again. I'm like, something doesn't sound right. I looked, I'm like, oh,
It's really
yeah, no, I found the hole. I'm like, oh, this is why. And then when I put it in the trunk, I'm like, ow. I'm like, oh. I looked in the next day. I'm like, oh, this is way worse than I thought. I was telling someone, was like, oh, you think you could patch it? I'm like,
No.
absolutely not.
That's
Absolutely not. But yeah, since I can't remember anything else that's happened, it's gonna come to me at some point.
Yeah.
I guess we should get into the question.
Our topic of the day.
Yes. Lexi, this is as always, we had to whittle it down.
Yeah.
And you did not pick a question off the list this time.
I didn't.
You didn't. So you hit you
man, because I was struggling. There's so many good ones. Like I literally was so indecisive, but I was like, I have to like pick one.
And what is the one that you picked?
Question that I picked was, can men and women be friends?
Oh,
and let me tell you, no.
just no, just like that? No.
No. Okay. I think they can, but it's like a lot of factors have to come into play.
What you mean?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's say it with your chest. The behind the scenes motto is don't come correct, come with your opinion. Say what you have to say.
So I think that in order for a man and a woman to be friends, either like someone has to not be attracted to the other, like period. I mean, like one of them is gay. Like have to be.
Wow.
Or like there has to be like real strong boundaries. Like real strong boundaries. And I just feel like a lot of people have a hard time setting those boundaries. So I feel like that's what makes it like harder to genuinely just be friends, like for the entire friendship.
Okay.
For the entire friendship.
Entire friendship, you can't just be okay.
Yeah, it's less likely. I feel like a lot of men like play the waiting game with women. Like it's like, you know, they're friends with you right now, but if you ever like give them the chance, the door, they're gonna take it. And then now it's like something else. Yeah.
Okay, that will lead me. You know, I have backup questions. That kind of leads into the backup questions. Before I answered the question, I remembered what the other thing I thought of was like, what happened else in my 7 this day?
Yeah.
I know I'm jumping around, but it's the fact that I realized that some people think that I'm too much to handle. Just think about my last year, and that will make more sense. But that is just, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So I would just deal with that the way I'm gonna deal with that. But no, I'm like,
oh, like that's
I'm like, I had the epiphany, like, oh, people think I'm just too much to handle. Nah, sucks for them. Sucks for them.
Not mine,
but
for real.
But my answer to this question is of can men and women be friends? I think yes. Mind you, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
But I will say the majority is not looking good, but it's definitely possible because I was doing one of the few times where I actually was thinking about the question ahead of time, and I realized that for every guy friend I have like 3 woman friends, and we're fine. Like we unironically, I think I used that right. Anyway, I was talking to one of my friends earlier this week, actually, or within the past week, I don't know. But and we were talking about how she thinks I'm great, but there's no attraction to me. I'm like, yeah, no, that's perfectly fine, because I'm like, I acknowledge you are attractive, but I'm not attracted to you either. Like that.
Not like for something further.
Yeah, no. So I think I think men do wait, but I think that's also been, I'm not gonna say ingrained, but that's been like the passed down method of at least the old school method of
be the friend
be the friend or keep pursuing because I'm just gonna make this up. It's just like a old person's like, if they said no, that just means just keep going. Eventually, just break the woman down until she says yes. Like I'm pretty sure that was like the go-to method before the internet.
Yeah. I don't know, and you have to keep in mind too, like you're more, like I would say you're more respectful than the average by far. I think. Right. I think someone like you could definitely be friends with women genuinely. I feel like the average man though, no.
Okay.
I really don't have faith.
Like I'm not gonna be an advocate for all men. I probably should. If you came here for that, I'm like,
yeah, that's smart.
That is not me because.
No. But I also think women like, I think it's the same with women too. Like some women like, I mean, maybe they don't like their guy friends at the moment, but then later on, like something happens and then they like try to circle back to their male friends as well. So like,
yeah, I was gonna say because I also do feel like women play games. Like they because you know that this person likes you and it's like, oh, I can get him anytime. You just keep him at a
distance that you want,
safe distance, and just like, oh no, because I think back to a lot of my references go back to TV and whatnot. Let's just say who there was two in my head immediately, but what was it, like Lisa Simpson and whatever the kid with the glasses is. When he moved on, Lisa was like, what are you doing? Like I'm mad that you're moving on, but and then the line was like, you don't want me to be with you, you don't want me to be with them. Right. What do you want? And so I feel like that is also a thing that's pretty high in society as well.
I think that's true too. Yeah, like women, like they know the ball is in their court and they kind of like play the game accordingly.
Which, yeah, game is game, but the person I'm talking to, I'm like, I kind of shows like I will leave, like if at a certain point. I literally said like because
oh my God.
Oh no, well let me backtrack that just a little, right? Because we were talking about I playfully asked her out, and she's like, and her response was not yet. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. But and I was also said, like, I can work with not yet, but I can't promise I'll be here when you're ready.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, so there's a mutual understanding of like I'm not going to
just like wait around. Yeah, because that's not fair either.
Yeah, so but again, I don't think that's everyone's mindset. Yeah. So to each their own.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And then it's kind of tricky because like at the same time, like I think you like should be friends with someone. Not necessarily friend. Like I don't feel like you need to be friends strictly before you get in a relationship. Like I think you can like date with the intention of being in a relationship first and it still works. But I do think like being friends first does kind of help the relationship too. So I could see like, but that's another reason why I feel like that's why the whole just being friends for the entire relationship is less common. Because naturally you want to be with someone you're compatible with. Yeah. Like, your friends.
That's true. But I have another friend of mine. We're going to say the word friends a lot. We should have a counter. But,
counter.
But wow. Take a shot every time we say friends. That rock. Have fun with that. But have a different no, he's a friend. Who says yes, you can be friends, but it's also that you don't need to find perfection in that person. That you can work off of like a 60% of whatever you're looking for and build the other 40. But most people don't want to build.
Yeah.
And they just want the immediate dream, whoever.
Yeah.
And then not take the flaw. They like the goal, but don't take I don't know what's up, but
Yeah,
but
I know what you mean.
yeah, like they like see the person as nothing but perfect, but when they show that they're human, it's like, whoa,
It's too much.
now it's like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this.
Like relationships have ups and downs naturally, and then like people change over time as well. So it's just a matter of like how much are you willing to like, like stick around like and grow with a person, like but that's all it takes is like grow, I think.
Yeah. But my other question that I had for you was, well, one of the many is, do you think the friend zone exists? Because I've heard some people say that it doesn't exist. Like, and I'm trying to understand that whole philosophy of like, what do you mean the friend zone doesn't exist?
I don't like. What's the argument for that?
I have no idea. If I had to guess of why the friend zone, people would say the friend zone doesn't exist, is that they don't feel like the friend in question is doomed to only be a friend. Like they don't see it as like I was like, no, that person might have a chance to potentially
be more
than, but it's just right now they're just a friend and that's it. That's how I think.
But that's still friend zoning though. It's like keeping you in a
loop or in a safe distance to where
like you're not like you can't be more than a friend. And it's like controlled, like I don't know, like
I guess I just thought of a completely different question than that. Do you think good men exist? Because you do.
I do. Rare. Very rare, but I do. I think just like there's good and bad to men and women, to people, period. But men, a good man, slimmer chance, but definitely there.
Okay.
And I don't think a good man is necessarily perfect either, because nobody's perfect. So like I think good men definitely still exist. It's just,
all right,
different times.
Look, I have to ask because there's a lot of
men hate train.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying like, how do I say this without cursing this time? Because I'm like, I think I use my cursing point for this season. But anyway, I'm like, yeah, there's like all men are trash and there's no good men. I saw a post the other day was like men should start off in prison first and work their way out.
Oh my god, that's awful. No, okay. Wow, that was kind of funny. Sorry, I was so sorry.
Like
so awful.
I can admit that yes, it's funny, but also as a man, granted, I also think I'm like, you're not talking to me, so
yeah, that's funny.
But still, that does catch a whole bunch of people, and some people may take that a certain way.
Yeah, I think like some things are funny, but some things go too far. Like someone on Twitter just like I think got their account banned or something because they tweeted. I don't even want to repeat it, honestly. It was like bad, but basically like men need to like eliminate themselves. And I'm just like, okay, guys, like let's calm down. Like, yes, most men probably have awful tendencies, but it's just like they're still humans. Like like let's be respectful, guys.
Yeah,
but yeah,
because something that I've also just this is just something on my mind is just like you're not. Let's just say throughout all time, man had a certain role to play. Yeah, and within the past, let's just say 15 years, it's like, all right, now you have to switch your role. So where does that leave the men if women are now being independent, doing everything that is like, I don't need a man. And so what is the man supposed to do? And you're now it appears to be that we're supposed to be instantly in that correct spot that we're supposed to be in.
Well, I do feel like people are overlooking the fact that like are men only supposed to provide and be strong, because it's like, okay, now that women can do that, if anything, that should be a relief to men, because now it's like equal, they don't have to do everything. So now it's just a matter of, are you a likable person? You know what I mean? Like, if a man meets a woman and she is like doing her own thing, she's independent, she doesn't necessarily need that man, she should still be able to want him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because she doesn't need him doesn't mean that the relationship shouldn't be able to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should at least, now it's like, now all you have to do is be likable. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's where I was kind of, because it's like, all right, I think this speaks more to the men. It's like, so if you can provide for yourself, you can do everything for yourself and everything. And what I was told to be what is the manly thing to do, so what am I supposed to do? Like, it granted, it does feed into that male ego and everything, and the masculinity and everything, but still, it's like, where do I fit in this system?
But yeah, but I just feel like that's men's problem, though. They like focus too much on a role versus being a person and like functioning with another person, instead of just focusing on, oh, I'm the man, so I need to do this, like, da, da, da. Now, granted, like, some women are like, still have traditional views too.
I was about to get into that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, women's not safe here.
Yeah, like, women still have that weird, like, traditional view of, like, not weird, but like, they want their man to like pay all the bills and like do all these things. And I just think, like, just like how men want women to do the traditional things, like cook, clean, they don't want to do that. I think if that's what works for you guys individually, then go for it. But it's like, if you guys are playing the traditional game, I feel like both parties need to be traditional.
Be traditional if you're going to be traditional.
Exactly. Be traditional if you're going to be traditional. If you want the man to pay all the bills and do all this, okay, girl, you need to hold up your weight too. Same with the man. You want a woman to do all these things for you, but you're not holding up your part. No, it doesn't work like that. So, yeah.
Okay. The last question that I thought of off the top, that the pre-loaded questions at least.
Yeah.
What are, and this is why I also want the third person. It really adds to that time.
Yeah,
I guarantee you 3 people.
Oh yeah, I would fill that time easily. Yeah.
But either way, we have to make an hour. So
yeah.
Make an hour. But anyway, the last question that I had was, what are signs that a friendship is ending?
I feel like, when just like the conversations aren't the same. Like, I feel like most friendships, it should be like lighthearted, unless you're venting to each other about like something serious. But like, I don't know, like when the communication isn't there as much, you guys aren't seeing each other if you guys were in proximity to begin with. I don't know. I just feel like the distancing is like, you start to tell.
Okay.
And like, I don't know how you like go about that. Like, how do you go about that?
How do you go about what the
like, you notice that you might be losing your friend, but like, how do you?
Before I answer that question, to answer your question, simple. You say something. If you notice that you guys are just, if you want, because of course it's a matter of if you want them, and
right,
say something, speak up.
Yeah.
Because nothing done in the dark can be solved. Something.
Yeah.
So bring notice to it. Like,
you can't fix something that you don't know is broken.
So that's my answer for sure, is to bring it to light. Have the difficult conversation. figure out what went wrong. But yeah, but sometimes people do just drift apart. And that's not, and I want to say that's
like that's not
a bad thing.
Just a conversation that needs to be had for sure.
But usually I would say you notice a sign that the friendship is ending is when you realize that you don't share, like someone has grown out of whatever the normal status was.
Yeah.
Because in my mind I'm thinking about like let's just say you and your friends were really big into cars and everything, right?
Yeah.
And one day you just find yourself more interested in business and fashion.
Yeah.
And so your circles and what you're trying to bring up to your friends might just not interest them. So it's like you might get the feeling like, why would I even want to bring you if you've shown
that you like outgrown this interest?
Yeah, or you aren't interested
at all
in the thing that I'm interested in. I think that's definitely a sign of a friendship is ending because
you don't share common interest anymore.
Yeah, because trying to get away from me just talking about my own situation, but
I definitely was about to ask you a previous.
Bring it. I can.
But like, it's not about like
no, definitely.
like But I was just gonna ask, like, going back to the original question, like if men and women can be friends. I was gonna ask if you have liked one of your friends, but like have been friend zoned, or like vice versa. Like one of your friends liked you and you were kind of like not going for it.
Both, yes, all of the above. Here I am trying not to tell about my personal life.
Definitely about to ask you a personal song.
I'm the type of friend. I'm like, I will tell my friends I like them all the time, or not all the time, but
serial friend liker.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a menace. Don't. I am a menace for sure because I know I'll take it back into my high school. Yeah, high school-ish era. One of my best friends I like, and I think, and I try. I know I wear my heart on my sleeves, but I also try to not show it as much. Probably people around me knew, but this person, even though I like them, she would ask me, she was like, hey, can you get me with this person? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm the type of person who, like, if I like you, I want you to be happy, rather if I'm with you or not.
Yeah, it's very selfless.
So that's just been me for quite some time. But on top of that, but on the flip side, friends have liked me, but I've not liked them. I've done that too. I will say I'm a heartbreaker in that department because
watch out, y'all.
Yeah, because again in high school I've had four people like me all at the same time, and they were like sisters. It was like,
oh my god,
I don't know how
this is getting crazy.
I don't know how I ended up in this situation, but I knew they all liked me, and I dated one sister for about a week, ended it just because I'm like that. I'm like,
you ended it.
I ended it, and then dated a different sister, and that one
like
the sister of the person I just dated, like within a week, because they all like me. So I don't even. I will also explain. I didn't ask them out; they asked me out. So I just figured they would just. So my my hands are clean on that part, but also in my adult life, there was someone where I met, and I'm like, at first I'm like, maybe I like you, and then I hung out with the person. I'm like, I actually don't like you.
Yeah, I like that.
And I literally told them through on the phone and everything, and they was like, yeah, we can remain friends and everything. That was a lie.
That was a lie. Lie detector said that is a lie.
That was not true.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, cool, we can still be friends. And for context and everything, right? at the time of me meeting this person, I would call them and they would call me during work to talk to me. So I'm like, all right, you don't just do that to anyone.
Yeah, no.
So, but when I said I just want to be friends, they was like, oh no, what are you talking about? This was just a friendship, like whatever. Like, yes, we can. And then they just never.
Oh yeah, no, they're guilty.
Yeah,
there was definitely more feelings there.
Yeah,
they just, I don't know, because that can be hard, like being rejected in that way because it's your friend, you know.
Oh, I guess that person wasn't a friend; that was just a random person. But still, my bad. I forgot this was a friend conversation. Your question was, but no, but continue your thought.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's another thing too, because like it's hard to go back to. It can be hard, not for everybody, but I feel like it can be hard. Like once you establish that there's feelings there between friends, and then if like it gets shut down, it's like going back to like just being friends. That's hard for some people.
No, I understand that's because the person in high school, we ended up talking about it and just like and I told like I just tell people my feelings. Like I don't like to beat around the bush. I'll eventually tell you if there's a correct opening. But they were like, I don't want to ruin the friendship. And I'm like, me personally, like, I will chance it. Like, I will chance the friendship.
I'll chance it
every single time. Only because I feel like if I know the person well enough, I'm like, this shouldn't
like
be a problem.
Yeah, it shouldn't change.
Like, I know me.
Yeah.
I think I know you.
Right.
Don't make it awkward and it just won't be awkward.
Right.
But that's me personally. What about you? Have you liked a friend and been rejected and or vice versa?
I feel like not giving me the fight.
You know the one other rule: don't ask a question you can't ask yourself.
I feel like okay. Well, I've been attracted to my friends. But like wanted to date one of my friends, not really. I feel like for me, it's like sometimes I know too much about my friends, so it's just like I'm not gonna want to deal with that. Like I don't know. Like I don't think I ever really wanted to like pursue a relationship with any of my friends, even though that I could recognize that they're attractive. I've had friends like me.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I've had a friend like me, and I'd be like, no, that's not what I want. And we move on, and we're still friends. But like, it depends on the person, because I've also like ended a friendship that way too. Yeah, but I mean, because again, like, it's like if you're being my friend. So, playing the game, like playing the waiting game, and I know for a fact, like, I just am not gonna want that. There's no point of like being fake friends still. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like it's not genuine.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's possible to like move on. It's just you gotta be mature about it and genuinely be friends. That part.
Do you think you would need time?
Like time to process
time
it?
apart. Yeah, time to process it, time apart, stuff.
Maybe. Oh, actually, yeah, definitely. Because, like, again, if one person has like real feelings for you, it's just like, yeah, even if you still can like move on and be friends, like maybe you need time to just like process your feelings and know, like, accept the fact now that like nothing is gonna come from it more than friendship. So yeah.
Okay.
And time might be good in order to remain friends. I think that helps.
Okay. I have one other question because this one snuck up on me. I'm like, let me tell myself a little bit. But so have you ever liked one of your friends, someone that your friends dating, like they are actively dating?
Oh my God,
like
their partner?
Yeah, their partner. But like, I'm just saying, like, you've liked them, like, I find them attractive, but would you? I'm not saying you would move on it or not.
Yeah, but like you, even the thought.
I'm like, you are attractive.
No, I feel like if you're my friend and you're dating someone, I automatically place them in like a
no-go zone.
Yeah, like you could, even if like, I don't understand how people like friends have like the share exes or something like that.
Never done that one.
Yeah,
I haven't checked that one off the bingo card list yet.
That's strange to me. I mean, some people don't care, but like, I think that's kind of weird. Like the thought that
Mm.
I don't know. I just it stresses me out thinking about it. Like, yeah, no, never, 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 never.
Mm.
Have you?
Oh, I said I'm telling on myself for no reason. Yes, I have found friends, partners attractive.
What
but
do you tell them?
No. Well, let me explain. So most of the time, I'm like, all right, you're attractive, cool. Like
Yeah,
that's it. Like you said, put a wall up and everything. There was one situation where friends of mine got really close, dated for years, and broke up. And then afterwards, I told them, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I did like, but it was the thing is, it wasn't like I got a crush on the person, not even a crush. I found the person attractive like while they were dating them. It was like at the same time. So like, it's like, oh, okay. So in my mind, like, all right, you just beat me to it. All right, cool.
Right. Like,
congratulations. Just letting you know, by the way.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And then again with the whole high school situation, there was a time the dude it's a really weird place. But the person was like, would you have a problem with this? I actually like said I lied to him in his face. I'm like, no. Just because again, would rather you if you have the shot, take the shot.
Right. Yeah. Like, just because it didn't work for me, like shit doesn't mean it doesn't have to work for anybody else.
Yes, because
that's a good way of thinking.
Yeah, because another example I can think of is me. This is now in college. Me and my friend, we saw this really attractive person and everything, and he was like, "You want dibs?" I'm like, "I'm not going to dibs a person. It's
don't get me started on dibs. That's so lame and it's weird." Okay.
No, so I'm like, I'm not going to dibs a person. Like, I'm like, if you want to talk to her while I'm attempting to talk to her, I don't care. Like,
right.
May the best man win.
Right. Like calling dibs is so crazy. Like, oh my god, but I just came up with another question. I have to get it off before I forget. Have you like been in a relationship or talked to someone and you found their friend attractive?
I dated someone.
So like the friend of the person you're talking to?
No. Okay. Because I'm the I don't like to play those games like, oh, I'm gonna talk to you just to get to her. Like I'm not playing those type of games. I will say I'll label myself a heartbreaker. I'm not a player. Like I don't do that. So whoever I see is who I'm literally talking to. But what about you?
Yeah, no, same. Like that. I also think that's kind of weird. Like, and that's just so mixy too. Like. There's so much drama that could come from that. I don't have time.
I like a drama-free life as much as possible.
Me too.
So
we love peace over here.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't need to cause chaos for no reason.
And that's chaos.
Those are just problems waiting to happen. Like I already told you my tire was already popped by the earth itself. I don't need someone coming after the other three.
Exactly. Yeah, no. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, but. Have you got any other questions off the can anyone be friends? This friend topic? Nah, I was gonna say what's the best friend to romantic relationship you've seen, either real life or
that's a good question. Or like celebrity or like fictional.
Yeah, either one.
Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I love the friends to lover trope. I really do. I really do. I think it's really good. Wow. Okay, now I'm really thinking. Because I feel like there's so many like TV examples.
Yes, I can't think of mine is the Kim Possible one. I know there's another one in my head that's that Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
I'm like that's the other one that I can think of off. Oh wow. From the other time we were here, the other movie I said.
Which movie?
Sky High.
Oh my God. We just watched Sky High like literally like last month.
Yeah, no.
Boom, Shark Tale. Oh,
Shark Tales is your
yes, Angie and Oscar. Like he wanted like Lola the like
I was gonna say the bunny.
Lola bunny. Lola like like the gold digging fish. But like Angie had a crush on him the whole time, and then he finally like realized, and they were so cute. Oh, I love Shark Tale. I'm sorry, that's my movie.
No, it's a good movie. That's not the first movie. I clearly was not the first movie.
But that's like one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
That's fine.
No, I think that's a nice would Disney movies technically be friends at first. Oh, I'm honestly thinking of Aladdin. That's the first one
I wouldn't say they were friends.
Okay.
He was like pretending to be a prince and she caught on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little different.
Yeah, no, but who is it? Is it there's a real life example that I can think of celebrity wise. I think they just got married or something. Not 50 Cent. Nelly?
Oh, Nelly and Ashanti.
That's the like
I like them together too.
Mind you, I have no idea about their history together. None whatsoever. That's just the only one I can think of where it was like friend to whatever they were dealing with to
now they're
I think that's from my limited knowledge. It sounds like a nice story of like they were together at some point, separated, had time apart, came back together,
came back to each other. Yeah, I think in the early 2000s, like she was also known for dating. Gosh, he's such a loser. I forgot Irv Gotti. Yeah, he was like behind the scenes. He's not an artist himself, really.
I've heard of the name, but I don't think I've ever seen his face.
Yeah, he is just like part of the record label, and yeah, so she was like known for like being with him during that time where she was like really, like popular. But like I feel like even then people like were shipping Ashanti and Nelly. Nelly. But
it's funny.
Nelly back then, but yeah, to see them now, like I think she's pregnant or about to have a child together.
I don't keep track with social media. The fact that I even knew about this one is
crazy.
Like it is really rare that I can name all three celebrities with the face to them.
Real, but yeah, I like them together too.
And that brings me back to I know we've been jumping around, but going back to the when a friendship's ending, no one ever says that it has to be the end, like point blank. Friendships can be like the whole Nelly and Ashanti thing where like we're together, we take time apart.
True.
And we get back together. But I will say it for my situation specifically, the hard conversation does need to happen.
Oh, for sure.
I'm
actually going through that right now, actually. Yeah, like my best friend since we were like 13 or 14. We started going through a rough patch around maybe like June.
Really?
Yeah, and I would say like July, August, September, we did not talk because I had it was just like too bad. And I think I needed like space from the friendship. But like I will admit, I took space without saying I was taking space, which, a little problematic.
Communication fails.
Yeah. So I finally did hard conversation of why I was upset and why I felt like I needed space. And I told her everything. I put it on the table. And so now I'm waiting for her response to after taking that in. But I told her that maybe 2 weeks ago, and she actually texted me today saying oh, we need to set up a time to talk about
it. Because Yeah, because I would definitely say, like, yeah, you can fall apart. You can get together. There's a breakup. There's time in between you get back together, but the hard conversation has to happen, and accountability needs to happen.
And accountability
from both ends.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm speaking on my own personal situation at this point. Like, because I would love to have my friends back in my life, but only it will one of two things. Well, two things. They have to call me first because of just how the situation happened, but also we have to take, like, literally tell everyone. Well, tell that person, like, this is like the issue and how can we move past it, because I do feel like a lot of conversation alone can solve many problems, because it's more likely a miscommunication than especially if you guys were friends for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say some friendships like are not worth like losing over like miscommunications. Like a friendship, like we've been, like I said, best friends since I was like 13, 14. That was like 10 years. So I just couldn't imagine like us not being friends anymore over like a rough patch, you know? But at the same time, if there's no accountability, then it just I fear it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Even with history, which is sad. Or even if like we're to stay friends, like it just probably wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect it to be the same no matter what.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, it's like, all right, cool, we just aren't as close,
right?
But we can call each other, check up on each other,
because I'm sure there's still like care and love still there. It's hard to lose. But yeah, it's just like at which proximity that you want to keep them as close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just like that, we magically made it past an hour.
Yeah.
So that's all the time I've asked for you for today. We'll be expecting you back at some point in time, because as many times as you like these questions and I like having to talk to you.
Yeah.
I want you back.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be back.
But
good questions.
The floor is yours. You can shout out anything you want. Say whatever. Give a PSA. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, y'all can follow me at ALLXXIS on Instagram. And I feel like the biggest takeaway that should probably come from this is like, I think it is possible, like final statement, I think it is possible for men and women to be friends. It's just like have boundaries. Have boundaries and it can work. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geez, I miss Tyler. But my thing, as you know, as always, is a quote. And the quote is actually from a YouTube channel that I heard from Rufus Reads It. And it's, if something can be broken by the truth, it should be.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually.
I've been following that model for quite some time now. That's why I'm like, I'm going to say whatever I need to say, because
it's the truth. And
if it breaks because of the truth,
it should have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. But
that's actually really good.
There's gems in all these episodes. Yeah. But before I let you go, the proper send off is, don't forget to ask yourself, ask others, and never stop asking questions. See you. If you enjoyed the episode, there are a couple of different ways to support our show. Leaving a review, following us on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or even becoming a supporter on Patreon for $2 or $5 a month. There, you'll have access to never before released visual episodes, funny bloopers, polls, and you can even pose a question. The links can be found in the description. The easiest way to support us is by telling a friend. Thanks for listening.